If I ask you where this picture was taken, what would you say? How about this one? This one? This one? Would it surprise you if I told you these pictures were taken in Pakistan? For some of you, it might even challenge your perspective of a country which is not known for its beauty. That is why I'm here, to challenge your perceptions. For me, I want to see how people see Pakistan. For me, change in your mindsets is the most important step towards awareness. And then becoming receptive to change is the first step towards becoming progressive-minded. It's a transition from what you do not want to keep or have anymore to something that you want to embrace, which is unknown, but maybe better. Becoming receptive is like opening doors to new possibilities, new horizons, new limits, which are still unexplored and undiscovered. It's a feeling. It's an emotion. It's a cause. It's a belief in yourself. It's a faith that you can do it. It is this feeling that has brought me on this stage today. The feeling that I can play my role in bringing a change in the perspective of how the world sees Pakistan. This feeling that I can set the bar a bit higher for myself to bring a change in Pakistan and towards Pakistan. It's like getting a revelation. Most of you might know revelation. It's a message getting from the universe. You need to bring people to a common cause, a cause in which you believe in. But you need to be prepared to face the resistance, and you need to have the patience to let people take their time and space to understand your cause and believe in your message. By now, everybody knows I'm a Pakistani. Some of you will Google my name as well and check, who am I? What am I doing here, standing on this stage, trying to bring a change in Pakistan? I'm a common woman. Someone who wakes up in the morning, what is the news? Then I pick the news of my choice. Then grab a cup of coffee, call a friend, and talk to her. And I always tell her how much I hate the situation in Pakistan. Me and my friend curse media, people, government, and anybody we can think of can be cause for the bad situation in Pakistan. And you know how we end up those conversations? We say, Allah behtar kare, bhai hamare log to nahi badalna chahte. May God help our situation, because our people do not want to change. But the question is, do I want to change? Do I want to be the first one to bring a change in my attitude and my efforts? Do I want to change the way people look at Pakistan? That is what has brought me on this stage today. That is what has defined the meaning of me. To get out of my comfort zone, to do something bigger and better for my country. It's very easy to sit in our cozy spaces and have those long discussions why things are not changing. It's very easy to blame everybody out there why things are not improving. It's very easy to tell others what went wrong and or has been going wrong for so long in the past. But leaving that couch and believing in yourself requires a lot of courage. So I left Pakistan in 2005 for the first time after I got married. It was a complete shift of reality. I loved the expat lifestyle. It was so wow, I was so impressed. I could have big cars. I could have a big house. So somehow I started feeling that I deserved it. I felt that I had a right to own all this. I was better than everybody back home. But I realized I was wrong. I learned I was wrong because I was carrying an identity which was not at all impressive for the people outside of Pakistan. I was a Pakistani. It was not a projectable identity. I do remember when people would ask me, when I told them I was Pakistani, and the first question was, how are things back home? Is your family safe? Some would even ask me, were you allowed to study in Pakistan? One asked me, was it easy? How many women are like you in Pakistan? The funniest was when once somebody asked me, do you have cars in Pakistan? I said, no. We only invest in high-tech weapons. For commute, we only use donkey carts. I said it in my heart, didn't say it loud. But it was a reality check. It told me that I was carrying an identity which was too embarrassing. And I learned that the downfall of a nation, its culture and heritage begins when people start feeling embarrassed of their identity and disown their very existence. That was my revelation. That gave me the courage to use my small space to bring a change towards people in Pakistan and towards the image of my country. I'm not sure how many of you are aware of the geographic location of Pakistan. Its heritage, art, culture. Pakistan is a beautiful country of very hospitable people. It has 4 seasons, breathtaking landscapes, a very vibrant culture, and a rich heritage. Just the right ingredients to attract tourism from all over the world. Tourism that can tell people the real stories of the nation and its people. It's the thought that made me and encouraged me to start doing something for Pakistan in my space, and that was in Singapore. So I started doing events. I started bringing out these elements of art, culture, and heritage for people of Singapore through art exhibitions, literary theater, musical events, fashion shows, concerts, anything that could tell people what is Pakistan, the real meaning, the real stories, because I believe you cannot know it till you know the real art and culture. Well, it was like solving a Rubik's Cube puzzle. You know how you have to keep moving to get all the colors in their right sides? It requires a lot of focus and patience. It requires persistence. It requires optimism. And when you complete one side, that feeling is very gratifying. But before I could complete my Rubik's Cube puzzle, the world got hit by COVID-19 pandemic. Everything came to a standstill. But show must go on. So I approached a friend. I told him I wanted to play my role on a different platform to let people know what I want to do for my country and my people. So I asked him, I want to give a talk. Why do you want to do this? Good question. I never thought about it. Why do I want to do this? Why am I doing what I'm doing? And what is in it for me? But I immediately said, legacy. He said, what is legacy for you? Is it money? Is it fame? Or is it something else? Good question, but a tough one. Why am I doing what I'm doing? And what is in it for me? And what exactly is legacy? That is when I had my true revelation. I am doing it for my children. I am doing it for the children like my children back home. I am doing it for my future generations. I am doing it for the 64% of population of my country that is under the age of 30 years of age, who have been fighting a war which was never theirs in the first place, who were declared terrorists while they were victims of terrorism, while they were supposed to manifest their dreams and wishes. They created stories, and then those stories had loss, grief, sorrows, and loneliness. The stories that they never got a chance to share with people. I am not sure how many of you are aware of an incident that happened on 16th December 2014 in a school in Peshawar. 150 people were killed, out of which 132 were children. The ones who were lucky that they escaped death and survived still went through the most traumatizing experience of their lives. Now just imagine for a minute that you go through this and you are made to go back and sit in the same classrooms where you saw that incident after a few weeks. Just for a minute think, you're sitting on your desk and you see those empty chairs which were soaked in the blood of your friends a few weeks back. It requires a lot of resilience, bravery, strength to face your fears and stand up for your future, which these children have. It requires commitment to be unthreatened by the uncertainties of an unknown future. If these children at this age have this much commitment for their better future, it's my responsibility as a Pakistani to play my role by using my space in ensuring their better future. It's my acknowledgement for their efforts. It's my commitment to their better future. And now I feel the time is also on our side. With this new wave of optimism and change in Pakistan with the new government, I feel it's the right time for people outside of Pakistan to go and visit Pakistan, to create their own stories. Those stories that can erase the previous negative stories in the media and create new happy ones. It's my way of giving hope, because I believe that there's hope, there's future, and that is the meaning of me. Thank you.
Thank you so much.